What up, everybody's out for my so this is Sly 2, Band of Thieves. Yep, they added 2 and 3. I was playing it a bit before. Let's see. I was gonna say something, it just friggin' left my mind. God damn it. I grew up with these Sly games, nothing else. Sad that Sucker Punch doesn't do them anymore. I'm not really a fan of their Infamous series. Let's put this in perspective. I played Second Son and First Light. I haven't touched Second Son since I beat it. I just can't. There's no replayability. I just can't give myself a reason to play it. The only reason is to do the bad ending. For the record, if you're wondering what conduit I would be, masonry. I'm not just saying that randomly. At the time, because I pre-ordered the gold version. At the time, or I bought the gold, I don't remember, I have the gold version, whatever. At the time, I don't think I've actually seen a game do it since. But there was a mission that required you to use the internet. It was an optional mission. But it required you to use the internet. I don't know if I ever finished it because it didn't exactly work properly. Or at least I couldn't figure it out. But it would take you to a website. You would take a test. It would tell you what your conduit, what type of conduit you would be. Apparently I'm masonry. If you were looking to wanting to do that, the site's been down for years. I don't know when they did it. But, yeah. I don't even know what you would have gotten for completing that mission, but it's kind of poopy to lock it behind something like that. Anyway, something that occurred to me with the Sly games. The third one has 3D sections. It came with its own 3D goggles, 3D glasses. And the shape of Sly's binocular. You can either choose to enable or disable it. If you enable it, the sections become black and white. You know, with the 3D effect in it, which is shocking that it actually worked. I don't think our TV at the time had that thing. But it worked! Those glasses sucked. They're cardboard. They weren't comfortable to wear. You're probably like, oh, you have a big head. No, I was a kid at the time, and they were still uncomfortable. I think at one point in the past, while I was an adult, I tried to worm them in, but it just, eh. So I no longer played those parts with 3D enabled. It didn't matter. I mean, it was cool. I always thought that was a dumb thing for movies to do. Pointless. Because movies didn't do it all that often. It was a rare thing, but now they suddenly start doing it all the time. I don't care. I don't want to see a movie in 3D. I just want to watch a movie. What's next? You're gonna start handing out VR headsets? Be part of the movie? Ah, shit, I probably gave them an idea. Well, anyway. I can't wait for that one. That one's gonna be fun. The third game. Is what I'm saying now, but I'm remembering a few things. Man, no biggie, I'm not as shitty as I was back then. And no need to worry, it's not the PS3 version. So no game-breaking bugs. Which I said before, the reason was because I used the wrong version. They used the wrong build. I didn't even make that mistake. But no more quick time. Actually, no, there's quick time in this. However, I don't think I'll have an issue. Because I didn't hear anybody having issues with it in this. There was only the Ms. Ruby fight, which you see, for some reason I was having issues. I think because there's supposed to be a bit of delay. It wasn't present in the port, which is odd. But whatever, I got through it. Anyway. Yeah, I keep seeing this. I'm like, why? That's weird. Yeah, not all games, but some had this. Usually if it had multiplayer, but this doesn't have multiplayer. When I say multiplayer, I mean online, because a lot of PS2 games had multiplayer. Split screen. Some had online, yes. You could do online on a PS2. Wasn't great, from what I hear. I never did it. I never knew. Something I'm hoping for. The reason, yeah, when I found out, the reason why I wanted it was because. So, Area 51 has online multiplayer. You can also do it offline. However, for some reason, some of the levels are. Some parts are blocked off by a force field. I'm guessing it's because it's the offline version of the map. If it was online, it would be open. Maybe. I don't know. Perhaps there was like a secret button somewhere. I don't know. Never could figure it out. So some of those, it was weird. We could pick up medicine cannon ammo, which is basically your BFG of the game. But we couldn't pick up the medicine cannon because it was behind the force field. It's funny, and my brother and I would explore every inch of those maps, just never find it. Also, apparently, you can unlock play as a gray in multiplayer if you beat the game on hard. I did it. Never unlocked it. I've actually beaten it on almost 3 difficulties, never unlocked it. So perhaps it's not true. I don't know. I never actually looked it up. I probably will after this. Anyway. I'm only on the first level. I was schmoozing around.
Breaker Alpha Foxtrot, this is the Wizard. Do you read me, Sitting Duck?
This is Peking Duck. I hear you, Blizzard.
No, Sly, I'm the Wizard, and you're Sitting Duck.
I read you loud and clear, Lizard.
No, I'm... Forget it, you're not taking this seriously.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, Bentley, I know this is your first time out in the field, but you've gotta loosen up. If we're going to get to those clockwork parts, I need you on your toes. So in plain talk, what's your status?
Well, I've established myself in the basement, and I'm pretty sure I can rewire the service elevator if you can power it up from that security station.
Hang tough, pal. It might take some time, but I'll figure out a way to get up there.
So, same controls as usual, except some differences. Like, for now, circle's still your basic action button, but triangle now does this move. It still does this in there. You get that by default, but you have to unlock the dive, which now is a gadget. Instead of an unlockable, you get gadgets, which I'm not getting them all. I already was thinking about that when I was playing it, because it's not that they're too hard to obtain in this, but it would take too long to gather up all the money needed to purchase them. Yes, there's loot in the world you could pick up that gets a bunch, but it's usually timed, and if you take a hit at all, you lose it and have to start over. However, this still has the bottles, which I will get, because those do unlock gadgets that you otherwise can't get. Because I was thinking, first off, we do a sweep of the area, if possible, try to get the bottles. And I'm going to have a guide on hand because, unlike the first game, you don't get an upgrade to your binocular that points it out to you. And because they're open levels, you can go anywhere. No more level to level. One hub world per episode. And you do jobs within it. You'll see after we get out of the tutorial. Another move. I don't know if there's versions of that. The third game, for whatever reason, gets rid of this until you're close enough. I think. Actually, I think I might get rid of it altogether. Opting instead to go for a charge, and then as you unlock upgrades for it, you can do different things with it. But the third game, for whatever reason, the gadgets are absurdly overpriced. No more loot. You can only pickpocket. And even then, the shit's like barely worth it. You literally have to grind. It's annoying. So I'm definitely not going for the ball in the next one either. As much as I want to, because some of them are pretty useful. I wonder if they kept the code in for the third game. Because if they did, that's gonna make a section a lot easier. Let's just say for whatever reason they had a... I don't know what they had, but they included Toonami. Because you can get a decoy that looks like Tom, the host of Toonami. As well, if you input a code, it turns your plane into a Toonami plane. And it does something to your gun I don't remember in the plane, but it makes it really powerful. And I think infinite ammo, maybe? I don't remember. But it's cool. And I actually did get it to work. So I made you that.
Okay, I spliced the wires. Ouch! Hold on. There it is. Okay. Let me at that security computer. The spotlights are offline. There goes the laser security system. I'm working on the security gate.
Oh yeah, there's one other new...
Presto, all clear.
Thanks, pal. For your first time out, you did pretty well.
Oh, this operation is far from complete. Now that the lasers and spotlights are offline, Murray should be moving into position for your rendezvous. I'll stay here and provide computer support while you go on ahead.
Another thing they added, a run button! I forgot about that. Sprint! Helpful. Also, if you haven't picked up on him by now, yeah, eventually you can play as Bentley. Same with Murray. Also, I didn't really look at these. Ooh, I can't even tell what that is. Oh, I can tell what it is now. Birth of Venus. But I believe some of this is like concept art. Which I never noticed. For example, right there to the right is Raleigh. The middle is Panda King. Neat. One coin. Raleigh again. Oops. Camera.
Attention all guards. This is the network administrator. installing some new software into the security mainframe, so don't be alarmed if some systems get turned off for a while. Thank you. You're all doing a great job.
I believe it shows concept versions of the gang. Wait. Like this one in particular. I'm sure that's Beta Sly Cooper. I kinda like that better than his current iteration. More raccoon-like. Panda King. Ari Wheel. Mugshot. Palms of Thunder. Booming Chop. For the record, yes, the model is different from the first game, and it will continue to change each game. I hate it in 3. I hate it. I hate it. Pay attention to how his mouth moves in this one. And then, once I do the 3rd game, pay attention. It looks so bad in the 3rd game. It was fine in the first one, but then that's because it was a... I don't know. It looks fine. This one still looks fine. It's just the 3rd one is... Fuck! His jaws, like, ugh. Raleigh. Oh, I didn't even notice Ms. Ruby here. Nice. That, I believe, is supposed to be a villain from this game. Picasso. Oh my god. This is the first time I'm ever seeing this. I never knew this was in the game, and why would I? I never had heard of the game until, I don't know, a couple years ago. Several years ago. That's from Rocket, Robot on Wheel. Well, Robot on Wheels. Even though he's only on one wheel, but whatever. I would love for Nintendo to add that to the not PlayStation. Yes, Nintendo, add that to PlayStation Classic. Add that to your Nintendo 64 emulator. I'd love to play that. It's another Sucker Punch game that predates Sly. It's a neat little game. It's kind of like Banjo-Kazooie, and then it's a collectathon. You collect a bunch of tickets in each level, and machine parts and all that. And coins. It's decent, I would say, just looking at it. Could be some improvements. I'll give it that. But for what it is, it's decent. Also, I know I never pointed it out to Mona Lisa. Alright, let's move on. That was a health pickup. We have health now. I know what you're thinking. Look, it's Gangle! No. This was well before the amazing Digital Circus. There's a comedy and tragedy. It's a theater thing.
According to my information, The clockwork
No,
parts are being
I can't
stored
mess with the
there.
corner. I can't mess
Now, to
with their
get
heads,
access,
no.
you're
Damn.
gonna have to meet up with Murray at the rendezvous point. Unfortunately, the route through the garden is filled with guards.
No problem. I'll just take the long way around.
If memory serves, you need to jump and hit the circle button to run along ropes.
Yeah, but if you remember anything from the first game, it applies here mostly. Jump and hit the circle button. Super sneaky auras. You know what also made a comeback, although it's slightly modified? If I were to jump off, it's, as you may have noticed, there's no longer any lives. And it's no longer a one-hit death. So no more horseshoes. Instead I have a health bar, which I feel like was done better in the third game because I don't take nearly as much damage. However, by the same merit, it takes longer to defeat enemies. But whatever. If I were to jump off, it would teleport me back to here. Just like that upgrade in the first game. However, I lose a bit of health. Same with water. I just lose a bit of health. Yeah, like I said before in the first game, those two upgrades, making me immune to water and pitch, OP as hell in the first game. Since then I can only take damage from enemies. And I guess obstacles.
Murray must have gotten lost along the way. Try pressing on ahead without him.
Snake.
Thunderflop!
The Murray.
Greetings, citizen. I hope you weren't harmed by my meteoropic entrance.
Don't worry, I kept at a safe distance.
Good, good. The Thunderflop knows neither friend nor foe, only destruction.
Yeah, could you maybe channel some of that raw energy into the security gate?
Of course, it is nothing before the Murray. Okay, all clear.
Tink.
Another barrier stands before you. Fear not, I shall bend it like the truth.
Solid work, Murray. You're really in the zone.
My hulking frame is too much for that puny rope. You go ahead and unlock the doors from the inside. I'll be waiting in the hallway to help you carry out the clockwork parts.
Murray's trying to be a superhero. He couldn't pick up on that. That or a wrestler, I don't know which. Considering a lot of his moves are wrestling related.
I don't get it, Sly. The clockwork part should be here. This is all wrong. We need to pull the plug on this operation right now.
Boom, it's the setup,
Cooper.
it's the setup.
Inspector Fox. As beautiful and unpredictable as ever.
Whereas you crooks are so predictable. You always return to the scene of the crime.
Crime? I haven't stolen anything. Yet.
Oh, really? Then who broke in last night and made off with all the clockwork parts? You've got the motive.
Someone already stole the parts?
Don't play dumb with me. It might not have been him, Carmelita. The method of entry and guard casualties all point to this being a Claw Gang job.
The Claw Gang?
Constable Neela, I allowed you to sit in on this stakeout as a favor to the Contessa. I really don't need any help. Oh, I think you might. Look at the facts. Facts? Sly Cooper is right here. I caught him red-handed. I'm
Doing
just saying
what?
that there are other criminals in the world other than... Sly Cooper! After him! Freeze!
So you probably already noticed it, but a common theme in these Sly games. Carmelita cannot keep
Chick
a
leg, Murray. It's time to go.
voice actor.
This wasn't part of the
She has a
plan.
different one in every single game.
Well, this is where things get fun.
Stop! Thief!
So her voice always sounds a bit different from the previous game.
This is getting a little hot. You guys go warm up the van. I'll keep Carmelita busy.
You're all going to jail.
Pick me up at the rendezvous.
You can't run forever! Stop, thief! Hold still! You can't run forever! Hey, come back here, Ringtail!
We...
So we can get out of here.
Freeze!
I don't know why, but when I was playing this before, I had trouble getting in the back. I don't know why. Ah, it's not one of those jokes.
Carmelita's just as angry as ever. She's really quite lovely when she's angry. And that Constable Neela, was a reference to the Claw Gang just a slip of the tongue, or an intentional clue? Either way, it's her only lead on the missing clockwork parts. Clockwork. He was consumed with jealousy for the Cooper clan's thieving reputation. Is it inappropriate to refer to him as a monster? No, not at all. What kind of person stays alive for hundreds of years with the express intention of wiping out a rival's family line? Imagine the hatred fueling that first decision to replace his mortal body with soulless machinery. Ultimately, it did the trick. Clockwork lived on.
The power
He
of
caught up
hatred.
with my parents, and I wound up in an orphanage. It's there that I met my pals, Bentley, the brains of our outfit, and Murray, the brawn. They turned out to be all the family I needed. 2 years ago, I
Poor
thought
Bentley
I'd
didn't get much.
finished it. How naive to think I could so easily put an end to that kind of hatred. And now he's back. In pieces, sure, but the threat is real. Does the Claw Gang even realize what they've stolen?
Why?
I don't know what's in my future, but I won't let it be a repeat of my past.
So why was it in a museum? So I think there's like 8 episodes. Aside from Dimitri here. He was supposed to have a second episode, but each villain has 2 episodes. Except for Dimitri. Apparently he was gonna have a second one, but it was ultimately cut. I don't know why. I wanted to mind in an extra episode. Basically, episode 1 is the stakeout, lookout, and the attempt to get him. Then the second one is his secondary, would be the secondary hideout. And the defeat, I guess. I don't know. It's to attempt to describe it. Excuse me. But yeah. I'll cut it short here, and it's gonna make it easier for me so that I can start on episode 1 on a fresh video. Till then, I'm Soundwave Lethal. Stay zombie, and I'm out.